Since school year 2019-2020 until at present, all of us struggled to continue education amidst the crisis brought by pandemic. From administration, faculty and staff, down to parents and community leaders, just to ensure we could give alternative mode of learning to our children. Balacanas Elementary School continuously adapting modular learning since most of the residents do not have access in internet due to its location. Several factors affecting teaching learning process. In our group, another major common factor we have had in our schools is economic issue. Evidence that has emerged during the crisis on the multiple challenges that children, their teachers, schools, families, and communities face, all of which intensify opportunity gaps. Indeed, the evidence points to disparities in opportunities that worsen existing imbalances and place major stress on low-income students and their teachers. In particular, due to the digital division and many other factors, these children are most likely to lose more substantial learning time, and their families are also most likely to experience compounded stresses such as job loss, the loss of healthcare, the lack of paid sick leave, the lack of childcare, and the need to work on-site in essential jobs that put them at health risk. All these factors make it much harder for these families to attend to children who are suddenly homeschooling and struggling with ad hoc efforts at remote learning. In general, parents who were suddenly thrust into the role of homeschoolers had no such preparation. Most are taking on that new task while juggling the full range of other home care responsibilities as well. In many cases, full-time remote jobs. That said, students whose parents have more formal education likely also have an advantage in this context, as they do in non-pandemic context, further compounding the disparities that low-income students are accruing.
Social and emotional aspect of our learner was one of the common factor that has a great impact to their performance and their attitude towards learning. The prolonged school lockdown that dismantled children's routines, including normal school days, also blocked their access to the basic supports that school provide, including organized recreation and of course the face-to-face contact with teachers and friends that is fundamental to child development. It thus should be no surprise that the pandemic has not only led to reduced student performance on average, but also stretched to the limit children's social and emotional well-being. Many of our children have experienced extreme adversity over a year. Unfortunately, our systems, public education, and others are not equipped to provide the supports learners need to cushion their stresses, pain, and loss. This lack is evident even in normal times, but much more during the pandemic. However, placing social and emotional learning prominently in our upcoming education policy agenda and or making whole child education the norm will significantly boost our recovery from the pandemic and help rebuild a better education system. A comprehensive approach to social and emotional learning reflects our acknowledgement of the full range of skills that matter, the natural variation among children with respect to different traits, and the multiple factors that help nurture them both in and out of school. We must equip schools with the resources and tools to meet all of students' needs rather than a narrow and misguided, focused on closing gaps on traditional outcomes.
Technology plays a vital role in the society. In education, it is considered a force multiplier as it improves teaching methods and contributes to a better learning experience. Rosario National High School of Taguan is located in a remote area of the municipality. Telecommunication and internet signal are very poor. One of the external factors that affects the school is the use of technology in the classroom and community, which has always been a skeptical debate among educators and oftentimes weighed and argued about the potential benefits and challenges of application of technology in the school. Another factor is the economic status of parents of our learners. Low income among families cannot suffice the needs, especially to their children. The lack of gadgets of our learners made the decision to focus on modular learning modality during the COVID-19 pandemic. Behind these struggles, we continue to connect to our learners through home visitation. After all, technological challenges should not be the hindrance to accessible education. Thus, the onset of technology has made education and learning experience more effective, and there are undeniable disputes and challenges accompanied with it. Still, we continue to serve our learners by simply reaching out with compassion, dedication, and commitment to serve our learners that no child should be left behind.
I would like to share some of the external factors that affect our school, the Sampatulog Integrated School. One external factor includes the topography of the school. Sampatulog is a barangay in the municipality of Alubihid in the province of Misamis Oriental. Its population, according to the 2020 census, was 2,179, which represents 6.77% of the total population of Alubihid. Its distance from the poblacion is at 5.4 kilometers. Because of this, incidents like earthquake, typhoon, and drought were experienced in the last 3 years. Another is the poor to non-internet and signal connectivity due to its location. Because of this, teachers and learners find it hard to conduct interactive activities that may require the use of internet connection. And another external factor is distance and economic status of the community. Most of the residents were dependent on corn farming, while others were sharecropping or saop on other farms for income.